arrays, I must say they're not so tricky. For example, you know that you're going to have an array of integers. You would have an array called my array. Let's call it my array. And you remember this, Peter?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So inside here would say 10. It means it's going to hold 10 variables or 10 values. I hope you understand my point here. So if I were to say int my array, I could say equal to, then open brackets, then I would say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. 10. How many are those? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9, 10, 11. One more is missing. Let's call this 15.
Okay.
I think those are 10. So when you have done this, it means you've put the values and you can access these through their index. For example, if I say my array, then in square brackets, I put 3, like that. This will refer to, this is referring to 5 in our list. You know why? The index is the position of your value in the array. So,
4, sir.
Sorry?
It's 4.
Why? Because you're counting 1, 2, 3, right?
The position, yes.
Yeah, so the position is 3. But when we are talking arrays, our positions start at 0. Do you understand? So let's just do this.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a call. Let me just send a message to say I'll call them right back. Okay. So we are starting at 0. 0 is equal to 2. And that's true.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next one will be equal to, which is 1, equal to, is Mofia there?
She's majoring mathematics, I guess.
She's in mathematics? Oh, majoring mathematics, yes. All right. That should be equal to 2. Equal to 4. Okay. So if I want to access this number 11, then I have to count how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 1, 8. So the index, I would say for example, I would say we had declared some integer. Okay, integer, we called it n. So int, which is name, is equal to, then I would say and then inside here, I'll put 8. What this will evaluate to is that when I print
or see out
name, or see out if you're using C++, if I print name, this should result into the value of my R8, which is actually 11. So it will result into 11.
Okay.
So
clear,
those are
sir.
arrays. And we can't ignore them. They are all, in fact, arrays are the basic data structures. Variables are much lower. They are so distinct. They're quite specific. But arrays are the beginning. When you start learning about arrays, it means you're now learning about data structures. The structures that allow you to do a number of things. For example, this could be, it's a list. This is a list of items. A list, in this case, which is an array, is a data structure for which if we want to add something to this or remove something from here or sort this, we can do all those operations that I'm mentioning. That's push, pull, pop. For example, if for argument's sake, let me just see if I can admit someone in. Mr. Slomba had gone out, so I have to admit them. Next time I'll put it on automatic admit, but that means if I'm not yet in, it means you have to wait for me. Eh? So let's say this is the structure we are referring to, and inside this structure, we have those things. There are other. Let me just see if I can make something here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Assuming that this is where our items are, and that here we have. I'll not be able to do that. Let me just get rid of this. I'll not be able to do that. So assuming that this is where our 2 is, this is where our 2 is, and that's where 3, 4, 5, and 6 are. In order for me to get to 4, I have to pop this, remove it, that one goes out, and that one goes out. That's when I get to 4. So what we are using is referred to as pop. That's the operation, pop. In order for me to add something to it, I will need to do what we call a push, meaning we are pushing something there. Okay? All right. Those are the only way you can deal with lists and heaps. There are other data structures that we can talk about, but that's for another day. We'll keep talking about this. Data structures, by the way, is a complete course. Okay, let me just add Mr. Nzogera. Is it Mr. or no? It's not Mr. It's missing Nzogera. Luwona. Luwona, you're welcome if you are in. Okay, I love to talk about these things, so please take note. Take note that we'll discuss them as we go along. Are there any questions? I think I've overshot a little bit.
Well, that was clear, sir.
It was clear. So the idea today was just to introduce variables and talk about those. Maybe before we go, we can spend a few minutes talking about operators. They are quite clear. I think we can easily go through them. Sorry about that. So we'll talk about operators. Let me just clear this so that we can have space to. My clutter is not very helpful here. I'll remove that. I'll